¿Qué tal, amigos de CINEGamers? Y bienvenidos a un nuevo video de Thronebreaker de Witcher Tale con su buen amigo el Peter, que el día de hoy les trae el episodio número 75, si no me falla la memoria, y lo logramos. Hoy toca cambiar de acto, entonces ya les subí, antes de este video, pues ya les subí todos los cofres dorados del acto 3, para así puedan desbloquear las cartas que hay y demás cosillas. Y pues a seguirle, porque esto no acaba y no acaba. El acto 4 todavía está pesadito, entonces hay que ir raudos y veloces. Ahí pueden ver, ¿no? O sea, 8 de 8.
Bruva stood by the bridge like a statue, arms crossed, eyes squinting. Meve sighed inside. She stood little chance of having a pleasant chat.
Elder-in-Chief, sir.
No Sharon and Grayson here, lass. Plowing humans. Always out to fix things, always end up cocking them up. You think you're due glory, do you? Monster Slayer Meve? Patroness of dwarves? Blast it. What do you think? Why didn't I exterminate those beasts myself, eh? Go on, tell me!
For you.
For I didn't want to. For something didn't fit, damn it. So I resolved to not destroy their nests and evidence till I learned the truth of who done it.
Postponed it all those years expressly. Though your subjects were dying.
I didn't need no lectures from the likes of you. Justice must be served. That's worth any price. And I was close. Had leads. And now, it's all gone to hell. You flooded Devor's abyss. You brought Boros rump down on itself. And I'll never ken who killed the Fuchses. Understand? Never!
Oh.
My sincere apologies. I did not know.
Course you didn't. Humans. First they cock it up, then they ask how it works. Ah. I'm most eager to give that braid of yours a yank and kick you out beyond the gate. But I canna, for the clans are grateful to you. Fools. Fools. All fools. They've forced me to give you an audience, official-like, with witnesses, all at the foot of Mount Carbon. Come on then, time to move on. But I'm going to wring you out so hard you'll wish you never left that Nilfgaardian dungeon.
Bruva set off at a brisk pace, cursing under his breath. The Queen took a deep breath, counted to 5 in her head, and set off after him.
¡Qué coches! Pues así pasa cuando sucede, amigos. ¿Qué les digo? Vamos a ver qué nos dicen más adelante.
Dwarves demonstrate innovative thinking in many domains. Metallurgy, engineering, architecture. Yet there is one in which they could not be bothered. Naming. For this reason, the bridge that linked the Mahakam Pass with Mount Carbon was simply named Langbridge. Meve learned it was a thoroughly fitting name. Having stopped for a breath halfway across the road suspended over a deep chasm, the Queen could see neither end of the bridge, both concealed by thick clouds.
Amazing.
Whispered the Queen.
I feel as though we traversed the very sky.
The Queen and her retinue were nearing Mount Carbon when Meve heard a cry. It was Xavier.
Hold! Hold!
Meve drew in her reins abruptly. Her mare neighed and reared, lifting the Queen above her formation of men. From that height, she saw the last pier of the bridge crumbling. The dwarves at the head of the procession were unable to stop in time and plummeted, screaming into the abyss.
What's the meaning of this, gods damn it?
Bruva roared.
Fetch the engineers! Now!
The Queen was striving to calm her spooked mount when she sensed something swish past her ear. Out of nowhere, a Scoia'tael band had appeared at the rear of the column. Before anyone could react, elven archers had felled the rear guard. The soldiers lay on the bridge's stone surface with arrows in their backs. Meve was trapped. In one direction lay the chasm, in the other, a fierce foe. She had no choice but to stand and fight.
Bueno. Yo no sabía de poner tan difícil, es una batalla corta. No está tan mal.
At last, Rena! You are mine!
We trapped you, Grace, but we can try and fight our way through.
Left, right, left, right.
Show me the coin or sod off.
Again and again and again.
One boat.
I'm just wasting
Acá.
time for one like me.
Digo, que nos den tamboristas no está nada mal. Vamos a Gascon, o sea, no tenemos el combo. En lo más mínimo tenemos el combo, pero nos podemos llegar a sacarlo. Por ejemplo, de aquí vamos a ver qué robamos. Bueno, vamos a ver primero qué nos da. Creo que esta es la mejor opción, por mucho. Vamos a ver qué robamos. Entonces activamos la carta. Ah, no, me equivoqué. Creía que era la carta que me daba robo, pero no. Aún así sigue estando bien. Digo, si lo estoy subiendo es porque gano, ¿no? Entonces por algo es que se queda.
Think you ballbags can do whatever the devils you please? This is Mahakam!
Ay, le vamos dando una putiza bastante grande. Y sin combo. Es que este deck ya me quedó demasiado OP.
Left, right, left, right.
Es que de lo que me queda, tamborcillo podría ser una buena opción. No entiendo por qué de repente como que... Y ahora que me acuerdo esto me pasaba desde los primeros actos. O sea, como que el juego a veces se me atraba. Tamborcillo. Y mientras... Uf. Comenzó el fuego, fueguillo. Y este man. Ay, me fascina. Aquí espere y espere a ver cuándo es que quiere. Sí, les digo que como que el juego se me está trabando. No sé si cortar estas partes.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
Luego sí siento que se queda pensando demasiado. Bueno. Oh, ahí estás. Mira quién vino a la fiesta. Señor Don Combo. Digo, falta todavía Isabel. Sales bien tarde, mijo. Bien tarde decidiste aparecerte. Creo que todavía lo puedo bajar. Y es que todos están en el fuego y si los quito del fuego no me encanta. Pero lo bueno es que ya no me obliga. Como ya me... ¡Ah! Pero miren quién vino.
Make love, not
69, muy buenos. Ahora sí, combo completo. Tiene 8, a ver si no se le da porque me la quiera matar. De aquí.
I shall not fail.
Parece que voy a quemar cartas casi. Siento que Jotito me salió el men. Solo me iba a subir como 80 puntos más, digo, para que la humillación estuviera completa como Dios manda. Digo, no me preocupa porque sí estamos muy, pero muy manchados aquí. Es que la tiene muy metida, o sea, tendré que bajarme cartas que sí puede, porque estamos al final del día jugando la historia, entonces que tengan cartas así de bajo esta madre y tiene 60 o 89. No lo descarto, pero salvo porque me salga así con una jugada medio fumada. Sí, la tengo muy ganada esta. Ahora vamos a bufear un poquito esto. Ya veré si necesito usarlo. Sí, es que con la nueva habilidad que le metí al mejorar la carta. Y yo también tendría que tirar dos cartas de 89, 89 o 99, 99 para hacer comeback. Que insisto, hay cartas de 125, ustedes lo han visto dentro de la historia. Pero no debería. En serio que no debería. Tiene una trampa, pero yo ya no puedo bajar más cartas técnicamente y... como que jugó muy tarde esa trampa. Bueno, ahí está una carta, pero pues bueno, ya es 36.
She must die!
Y pues ya. De pronto se me tocará todavía otra batalla o algo así. Es que puta, cuando pasamos, no me acuerdo si fue del acto 1 al 2 o si fue del 2 al 3. Tuvimos que enfrentar varias batallas.
Their strength combined, the Lyrians and dwarves managed to defeat the Scoia'tael. The guerrillas had weakened the last span of the bridge, turning the crossing into a deadly trap. Had Xavier, who noticed the weakened structure at the last instant, not called out, all would have fallen into the chasm. The Lyrians managed to capture the unit commander. She stood, her head raised high, and when Meve glared at her, she did not avert her eyes.
What is your name,
una
Elf?
nueva carta.
Abayeth me a parstron.
O sea que...
She said,
Thank you, Reynard. I know well what she said. Kiss my ass, is that truly the best you can muster?
I'd rather show you exactly what I can muster. Tell them to unbind me.
You got your opportunity. On the battlefield. Will you not tell me what they call you? Fine. It's all the same to me. I'm more interested to know how you came to be here. Who sent you?
No one. It was my decision to kill you, and thus avenge Eldain. Do you remember him? The elf whom you denied a burial? Whom you left in an open field to rot?
Y que nos traicionó.
Elven blood on your
Bueno, que nos
hands.
mató a varios de
The
nosotros,
blood
de
of the
hecho.
elves of the Moulderwood.
Eldain was a criminal. He got what he deserved.
You call him a criminal? What do you call humans who murder our kind in pogroms? Who massacre us? What do you call Black Rayla who fought at your side? Do not dare compare us. Do not dare!
Enough. I've heard all I wish to hear.
But I haven't. Did you fall on your heed, elf, eh? If you want to fight humans, go on and do it. You cannot talk sense to idiots, but nay here, damn it. Mahakam is and will be neutral.
You cannot be neutral. To Dwan, you are either their foe or their dog. Mahakam has stood aside, sleeping long enough. That is why we struck it in its very heart, as a call to battle. A call to brethren whom you, Elder, have kept from the world too long.
I have kept him away. I've been bloody right to do so. You want to play at war, you numpties? You want to force the Pontar to flow upstream? Gang right ahead. Good riddance, I say. Gan kill, gan die if you fancy. But God's damn it, leave us alone. Yeah, I should kill you. With my own hands. I should cut your throat, put you out of your misery. That's what you want, innit? To die? To die a stupid death? Well, I'll not grant you that. Nay, nay, I'll lock you in a tower. Sit there 3 centuries, and you just might grow a brain.
Bruva gazed after the shackled elf as she was led away. Neve expected him to continue fuming, cursing her. But the dwarf stood silent, and his old eyes, half concealed by brows bushy as a forest floor, showed not anger, but the deepest sadness. Dwarven engineers made quick work of repairing the crumbled bridge span.
Bueno. Listo, a ver si nos sale todavía otras batallillas por ahí. Si no, pues ya saben, ¿no? Hasta que se acabe esto. Ustedes saben un poquito más que yo, porque pues obviamente, pues, si el video dura muchísimo, significa que ya cambiamos de acto. O debería de significar que cambiamos de acto. Pero bueno, también lo que puede ayudarlos es aquellos que estén haciendo la batalla y que, pues, que siempre le pongo el nombre de una batalla. Entonces con esa batalla, pues ya se pueden dar una idea si ya cambiamos o no de... Que ya está todo normal.
Mount Carbon. Damn. And I thought Novigrad was big.
The Lyrians stepped inside Mount Carbon's bowels. Neve rode while looking upwards, admiring the intricately carved ceiling, gilded walls, monumental bas-reliefs carved from basalt. Yet this was no time to admire the sights. Bruva had summoned her to speak.
I thank you for your invitation, Elder.
My invitation? Choice term, lass. You wangled your way in here. Long I've lived, but ne'er have I seen a wench so stubborn.
With all due respect, do you not feel like a pot conversing with a kettle?
Ha! True enough. Changes of mind didn't come easy to me, but they do come at times. Human wars concern me not at all. For so many they are, who could count them? A year goes by without one wanking king invading another's realm. A dog with scabies is less restless. That's why this morning I aimed to send you off with nothing. Mattered not what the clans were saying. Revia, Schmivia, who gives a sheep's fart? But that was this morn, before that daft wench and her pups attacked. Nilfgaard supports the Scoia'tael, it's common knowledge. Nilfgaard uses them. Well, I'm nae worse, and I choose to use Queen Meave.
So what use would you make of me, if I might ask?
Aye, the kind dwarves like best. Simple, but sneaky. Like to give Nilfgaard a warning, you ken. If you're going to rile my dwarves, throw 'em into the Scoia'tael ranks. You'll regret it, aye? But I'd like to issue the warning without declaring war. All clear to you so far? So, when you march out of Mahakam, you'll find a company of our foot dwarves waiting out with the gate. Officially, volunteers enlisting with you against my will. And you're to put them at the fore next time you face Nilfgaard. Want the Blackclads to break their teeth on our bucklers, get a taste of our axe blades. After that, dare say they'll think twice before they send more Scoia'tael into these hells.
I do not... Thank you, Elder. You restore my hope that I shall have my home back in the end.
Candid like, I dinna share your faith. I've watched you. You're naive. Let ire take you. Meddle in matters near your own. Disrespect our custom. But you win or nay, it's all the same to me.
Then I hope that I shall at least surprise you.
Honestly doubt that. So you'll only get the bare minimum recruits to make the Imperials take note. And nae a dwarf more.
Ok, nueva carta. Otra nueva carta. Habrá que ver cómo funcionan para ver si vale la
And for
pena o
that I
no.
am grateful. But now, I would like to march at once. So by your leave...
Go, ride! Now if you can. Quicker you get out of our mount, the better.
Without waiting for Meave's reply, Bruver turned his back to her. The Queen left without saying a word. There were few choice ones burned on her lips. Meave was on her way back to her company when who should step in front of her if not Gabor?
To what do I owe this pleasure? Do the Zigrins wish to use me once more?
Could be, but if so, tain't none of my concern.
Why's that?
For I've resolved to leave Mahakam for all time.
And where will you go?
Dinna ken. Wherever you lead me.
I beg your pardon.
Your Grace. Meave. I betrayed your trust. Tricked you outright. In spite of that, you kept my confidence. Risking everything. To say I'm grateful's just a wee understatement. Please let me pay it off. Let me fight at your side. Heed to hip with you.
Gabor, vindictive I am not.
Tu carta es muy buena, así que...
Thank you, Meave.
Yet neither am I stupid. You may join our ranks, I agree. Yet trick me once more, in the tiniest manner, and I shall show you no mercy. Is that clear?
Chastened, Gabor merely nodded to confirm. Meave extended her hand for the dwarf to kiss as a sign of submission. Yet he simply wrapped his arms around her waist and squeezed. The Lyrians were ready to leave Mahakam when they heard the sonorous blast of a commander's horn announcing the arrival of Bruver Hoog.
Oh, what does he want now?
When she saw a sour grin on his face, Meave knew the tidings were not good. But what she heard next exceeded her wildest expectations.
Come to say farewell? No need, truly.
Came 'cause I got a burning question. Meave, you expecting anyone?
Pues no, no hay.
How's that?
Runner says a delegation's arrived at Carbon. Freyliria and Rivia got a Nilfgaardian escort.
How dare they? Traitors. Who leads it?
You'd best sit.
Who leads the delegation?
It's your son, Willem, I fear.
Willem.
Mahakam remains neutral as regards all your squabbles. I trust I needn't remind you. So I'll have no scrambling nor shoving, and certainly no bloodshed. Point of fact, I'd prefer it if you...
I wish to speak to him.
I'd forbid you, but, as I said, never seen a more stubborn wench.
Ajá.
Alrighty then, jabber away with them. Just remember, hands to yourself.
Meve spotted banners, a Lyrian eagle upon one surrounded by Nilfgaard's black rags. Her hands became fists, showing how helpless she felt. Then her son and rival, Willem, emerged from behind a row of Imperial footmen.
My. I should apologize. It seems I missed the coronation. Congratulations, my son. Who was it who placed the crown? General Ebdahi?
Count Caldwell.
Ah, yes. Our elder statesman. Why have you come here, of all places? To acquire arms for Nilfgaard?
As my official mission, yes. Yet unofficially, I wish to speak with you. I trust you've had tidings from the field. Edirn turned to ash and dust. Vizimir murdered Redania in chaos. Faltus forced to strike a pact by his vassals betrayed, Henselt the same.
This limerick, will it come to a point?
Why, yes, to the same as this war. Mother, I beg you, you must see it. Nilfgaard's victory is inevitable. Surrender now, and I shall show you mercy. For later it'll be too late.
There will be no later. We shall repel them, drive them south at the points of our pikes.
This we, Mother, who precisely do you mean? You stand alone.
An impression many might have indeed. Yet I've allies. Those long loyal and those new.
Where, Mother? In Zerrikania? For here, in the north, why, there are none. The fight is done.
Your friends from Nilfgaard will learn that is simply not true, when their ignorance bites them in the arse.
So you aim to persist? Whatever for?
For our freedom. For independence.
Curious. I could have sworn it was for your ambition, to soothe your wounded pride. When I was crowned, a fact you deride, though that makes it no less true, I swore the good of my subjects would guide me.
And slavery can. You know well the Blackclads put peasants in chains, like cattle.
Reprehensible, I agree, but...
And resettlement? Forced labor? Cruel laws that make death the punishment for the slightest offences? Are those benefits? Well?
I see I will not sway you, Mother. A shame, though I take comfort in the fact I tried. And now, adieu.
Oh no, I, not you, will decide when this conversation is over.
Oh, have we anything else to discuss?
Naturally. How did you know you would find me here?
I received Nilfgaardian reports to the effect that you've been seen in the pass.
Oh, roses are red and so are your cheeks, my son. As ever when you're caught in a lie. Lyria is 2 weeks' travel hence. Had you received word only once I was here, we'd have been long gone from Mahakam by the time you assembled a force and completed the march. No. You were forewarned of our intended route. It means I've a traitor in my ranks. Another one. Get out of my sight, villain. And pray we only ever face one another on neutral ground.
Meve struggled inside not to turn and gaze once more at her son. He'd changed since they'd last faced each other, grown manlier, and he wore the crown well. The Queen returned to her company. Her advisors shot her questioning glances, curious what she had discussed with Bruver. But Meve decided to keep the details to herself. One of them wore a Nilfgaardian lead around his neck. Until she knew who, she would have to remain vigilant.
Time to march on. But in which direction?
I've thought on it, Your Grace. We've strength enough to hit the foe, but still not the numbers to face him in open battle.
So what do you propose?
This war we cannot win alone, nor even with the dwarves at our side. But if we secure a victory, small yet symbolic, we shall show the other realms of the north all is not yet lost. Thus, I propose we attack behind the front lines, somewhere well clear of any major Imperial force.
Where would you suggest?
I'm considering Angren. To begin with, A thickly wooded marshy land, always helpful in clandestine operations. Secondly, the land's strategically important, as it's the chief source of building material for Nilfgaard's fleets.
All too little, I fear. Since we require a victory that would be symbolic, we must strike where it shall hurt. And Angren...
Just recently welcomed a new regent, in the person of Count Coldwell. My third argument. Naturally, if your Majesty wishes, I'm prepared to present alternatives to this.
No need. We march at dawn.
Al fin.
Niamh had toiled, cajoled, persuaded, and gained the dwarf's support. She left Mahakam strengthened, markedly. Even so, the Queen was in a foul mood. For it was clear a traitor, a viper, nested among the Lyrians. Someone who had conveyed the Queen's plans to her foe. From this moment on, Niamh would need to weigh every word she uttered, even in the presence of her closest associates.
Your Grace, we must plot our course forward. Shall we take the western passage into Angren, or...
Not now.
When then? Dawn approaches, yet we know nothing of where...
I will not repeat myself.
The Queen knew she would learn the traitor's identity in the end. If need be, she would tear the name from the throat of another turncoat, Count Coldwell. Niamh drooled at the prospect of seeing Coldwell in chains, then passing him to the hangman.
Saddle the horses. I shall take the fore.
The time for diplomacy, for preparations and negotiations had gone. Niamh was to attack her foe at last, and she could not wait to do so. At long last, Niamh's force reached Angren's marshy woods. Ever been? No? Count yourselves lucky.
You certain we haven't lost our way?
Alas, here there is no way. We continue south, that's all.
South meaning the bottom.
Should you ever venture there, I offer you this advice. Do your utmost to make no noise. Poor soul. His comrades cried out, reached out, but alas, amidst frothing waters they heard bones cracking, the moan of metal bent and crushed.
What the... bloody hell, what was that?
Rather not know, personally.
Hold your positions! Arms at the ready!
It was a glusty war. One of many the Lyrians would encounter along their path. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. At last, Niamh and her force stood upon the Yaruga's bank. To find and punish the traitor Coldwell, they would have to cross the river. Yet the sole bridge nearby was in Nilfgaard's hands.
Ok, pues ahora sí ya llegamos y...
Some new reports require your attention.
Aquí lo voy a dejar, creo que pues llegamos a donde teníamos que hacer. Ahorita solo les quiero mostrar el mapa así súper rápido. Fue una batalla y de ahí fue mucho bla 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 para cerrar un capítulo, para ver cómo están las cosas, para ver si por ahí nos siguen traicionando. Varias cosas pasaron en el episodio en sí. Y como siempre espero que les haya gustado. Preferí no hablar, que ustedes disfrutaran de lo que estaba pasando. Aquí está el mapa. Y pues bueno, yo soy su amigo Peter y los estaré viendo en cualquier otro video que tenga de Thronebreakers o cualquier otra idea que tenga en el canal para ustedes. Que estén bien y hasta el siguiente video. Bye bye.